So, today I was thinking of video ideas, trying to think of some fun stuff I could do for the channel. And then I remembered those Mario Party videos. You know, the ones that are like Luigi wins by doing absolutely nothing. Basically, somebody just stands still on a Mario Party minigame, they don't do anything, and they win anyways. So, is there any way I can do that in Wizard 101? What is the hardest fight I can possibly do without doing anything at all and still win? With that question being posed, I knew I had to make a video about this. If there's a fight I can win without doing anything at all on my own, I'm gonna be really happy, because that just sounds really cool. So, a fight that I picked out is gonna be the Morganthe fight at the end of Chrysalis. You'll see how this works, and it actually works pretty well. So stick around, I'm going to explain the strategy for this, how it goes. But first, I want to get into my gear setup and how that's going to work. Just a minor note, I forgot to record my gear and stats before I did all the challenge. So I'm doing this afterwards, and there's a few adjustments that I had made that I didn't think of at the start. So my stats and gear are going to look a little bit different when I first start, but I'll explain the changes I made along the way so you don't get confused. Okay. The strategy for this is going to be to have as much resist as possible. So, to get as much resist as I possibly could, I have the Jade Hood of Mystery equipped, the Spooky Carnival suit, Mysterious Jade boots, Heart Steel, Delightful Sweetsmith rope, Ring of the Day's Death, and my pet, Lovely Luna. Now, for this particular fight, we're going to need resistance to Storm, Death, Balance, or Ice. I'm sure you could get a better setup than the one that I currently have, but this is the resistance that I ended up getting. 88 Global Resist with 107 Storm Resist, 103 Death Resist. Those are the important ones to remember. While 88 resists to Ice and Balance are a lot, it's gonna be a little bit difficult since I don't have full resist. Like I said, I could get it better with a better pet, but I don't really have the time to go train up a whole nother resist pet. I'm fine with the one I have. I don't strive for perfection on this character, really. But yeah, I am interested to see how this goes. Okay, here we are, about to start attempt number 1. As you can see, I don't have any cards in my deck whatsoever, so that means we are ready to get right into the height of it. How this is going to work is, I'm going to pass every single turn. No spell is going to be casted because it is not possible. To start off, the Ice Morganthe is going to cast a Lord of Winter on me, and because of my resist, it only ends up doing 107 damage. Next, the Balance is going to cast Judgment on me, and because of my resist, it only ends up doing 156 damage. So, as you can see, I have the means to survive for quite a while with the amount of resist I have, especially considering that I am immune to both Storm and Death, so the last two Morganths are not even gonna do anything to me. By now you're probably wondering how I'm gonna be doing damage if I don't have any spells in my deck. Well, I'm not actually gonna be doing any damage, but Morganthe is. All of them. You see, they very frequently cast shadow spells. More specifically, they cast Dark Shepherd, Dark Fiend, and Dark Nova. All of these are shadow spells with very similar mechanics. That being, once casted, after 2 rounds, they will deal damage to the selected user. However, they also have a catch to them. That is Backlash. Like with any other shadow spell, Backlash is a feature that deals damage to the caster of the spell after the spell has done its effect. So, what this means is after the Morganthe use their shadow spell after their 2 rounds and it attacks me, they will receive damage of their own. Now, the damage is not a set amount. It can be, but the thing is, they can do things to reduce the amount of backlash damage they receive. For example, they can cast an attack, which will reduce their backlash by 10. They can do this up to 3 times, and if they do this 3 times, they receive 0 backlash, so no damage taken. So as you can probably tell, this run is going to be pretty RNG based. Not only do I have to rely on them casting the spell, I have to rely on them not reducing their backlash, which can be pretty difficult. Fast forwarding some, this is going to be the first time Morganthe gets hit by her backlash. As you can see, the shadow spell is going to attack, and then Morganthe is going to receive some backlash damage, because she didn't reduce her backlash to 0 by casting the appropriate spells. The same thing is going to happen with the Death Morganthe, and now you basically understand the pattern of this run. You wait for the Morganthe to cast the shadow spell, and then you wait for the backlash to hit. Typically, the backlash is going to be anywhere from 2,000 to 6,000 damage. 2,000 being the minimum if reduced 2 times, and 6,000 being the maximum if no spells were cast to reduce the backlash. If only one spell was casted to reduce the backlash, it's going to hit for around 4,000. Typically, you wouldn't have enough turns to reduce your backlash to 0, as the spell activates in 2 turns, and you only have 2 opportunities to do a spell that it likes. However, in this fight, the Ice Morganthe casts a cheat every 4th round. The cheat casts a shadow spell that attacks the player, giving the Morganthe an extra opportunity to reduce their backlash, which becomes a major problem. You'll see what I mean later. There are 2 more things that you should know about this fight. The first thing is, whenever Morganthe casts a spell that the shadow spell likes, not only does it reduce her backlash, but it gives her a buff. The first time the backlash is reduced, it gives her a Shadow Blade. The second time, it gives her a Shadow Spear. This proves to be very harmful to me, because the spear obviously pierces through my resist, and the extra blade doesn't help either. Just increasing the damage, and it ends up messing with me pretty badly. The last bit of information that makes this fight challenging is the fact that the Morganths cast Infallible pretty often. Infallible is a star spell that gives them 15% pierce, which pierces through my 88 resist, and with the amount of hits that I need to take, any amount of pierce can be deadly to me. That about sums up what you need to know about the fight to understand all this. I will warn you though, these fights are long, so I'm going to be editing them down a bit. You'll still see the highlights though, don't worry. Nice. Amazing. Okay, one more for the balance. Oh, this might be it for death. Yes! Yes, the death is dead. Okay. One more cycle for the storm. Hopefully the balance gets taken out this turn. That's good. I'm getting really low on health though. Come on. Yeah! That's 2 down. Oh my god, no. She survived with 2 health. Are you kidding me? Okay. We might not win this time. Okay, Storm is dead after this. Has to be. Okay, good. I don't know if I'm gonna survive this. Of course the 2 I need to die first survive the longest. I'm not gonna make it. So this run is obviously not happening, but I have a few more tricks up my sleeve that I'm gonna try to do. Plus this is very heavily RNG based, so I think if I get my stats up a little bit better, and if I get better luck with this fight, this can definitely happen. Yeah, I'm dead. Okay. Hey, we got really far. I mean, I don't know if that counts, but 1 Morganthe left. That's not bad at all for not doing anything. Before my second run, I equip some square shadow resist rules, which gets me up to 138 shadow resist. which obviously that's not global shadow resist, it just takes 138 damage off of the shadow attacks. But with the amount of shadow attacks that are being used in this fight, this is going to be extremely helpful. I think it might help us win. Okay, let's see if this goes any better now that my stats are a little bit better and I'm more prepared for this. Okay, first Morganthe is down with 2,597 health left. That is not too bad. Nice, nice. Okay, so we have balance and ice left, which is the way it went last time. Hopefully balance can die off pretty soon. If we get lucky, Ice Morganthe might be taking a hit with only one minus backlash happening. Okay, awesome. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that happen. How much? 4,000. Okay, that's amazing. That is amazing. This is gonna be cutting it close, but I think we have a chance here. Okay. Here we go. Okay, don't tell me 2 health again. This is the exact same situation as last time. Okay, balance is dead. So we can survive about 2 more cycles. We have to get really lucky. $54 health. I don't think this is happening. And say goodbye to the run. Alright. I'm gonna have to see if there's any more improvements I can make. Okay, so I was able to find this deck with a square jewel slot, which is gonna be super helpful because I'll be able to add another defense jewel. I ended up adding a sparkling defense sapphire, so I can have a little bit more defense against the Ice Morganthe, since she's obviously such a stickler. Attempt number 3, here we go. I am slowly descending into madness. Okay, so attempt number 3 goes horribly. Ice Morganthe just almost never ends up casting the shadow spell, and here we are. I'm at 800 health and she still has 13,000 health left. It's just not pretty, so I decide to call it and flee. At this point I'm getting pretty frustrated, because these runs are taking 40 plus minutes each time. Yeah, I'm sitting here passing for over 40 minutes. So I've already put 2 hours into this, and I'm starting to get bored and just a little bit angry. Okay, the 4th run. Nothing's different here, I'm just praying for better RNG. Okay, I've got everyone up to the balance dead, and I'm left with 1600 health, so maybe this will go my way. I think I've had runs better than this, so we'll just have to see. If I get really lucky, I can maybe pull this off. Okay, I need to survive about 2 to 3 more cycles. Come on, come on. We can do this. Only 700 more health though, so this is going to be cutting it really close. Oh my god. This is gonna be so close. It's still possible. Okay. It is just barely possible. The chances are so slim though. Oh my god, she fizzled. She fizzled. This is the round she's gonna get hit with her backlash, but the problem is she has a Shadow Spear and a Shadow Blade, so if I get hit, this could do too much damage. I genuinely don't know what's gonna happen after this. I don't know if this kills me or not. I don't even know if this kills her. Oh my god, 3 health. 3 health. She's dead. She's dead. It doesn't count if the overtime kills me, though. I did it! 3 health! Oh my god, finally. Oh my god, I did not think that was gonna happen. This feels amazing. I can't believe it, 3 health left. She died by an exact margin. If it had done 1 damage less to her, she would have survived. I'm so happy I don't have to do another 45-minute run. I knew it was possible. So if we can learn anything from this, it's that I'm the best wizard in the world, and nobody's better at this game than I am. Okay, maybe not that, but if we can take away anything from this, it's maybe buff this fight, because it's such a huge fight at the end of the game. The end of Arc 2, Morganthe's end, it should be a little bit harder. I know I'm level 150 in this, but still, the fact that I can just stand around and do nothing and still win is pretty crazy. So, maybe KingsIsle could see this and say, hey, maybe we should make this fight a little bit harder. Like that'll ever happen. Alright, whatever. I had a lot of fun making this video. I would love to make more challenges like this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you later, Wizard Gators.